If you're disabled, Berkeley is the place to be. Disabled people don't even get stared at here. The independent living movement was born here. A chance to do it ourselves and dodge the do-gooders. And the undisputed daddy of that movement is this cat named Ed Roberts. Before going back to Minneapolis, I wanted to see Ed, because I figured if anyone knows about changing attitudes and making things happen for himself, it's Special Ed. He's paralyzed from the neck down, including the muscles around his lungs, so he breathes on a respirator and sleeps in an iron lung. He gets up late, so I knew he'd probably be in the box when I got there.
Welcome to my humble abode.
When we talked about it on the phone, it scared me. And when I'm here with you in the lung, it doesn't scare me at all.
It's funny because you're only your head's up, right? And
This is the head?
this is the end, yes. And people think it's awful. It's just a breathing mechanism. It works very much like your diaphragm inside your body. It works by air pressure. I affectionately call it my womb with a view, because it's very comforting being in here. It's warm. It's I don't have to hold the respirator hose. I just relax and it breathes for me. And that's a real nice thing. That's what this comes out 6 feet. Gotta have a big room.
In the 60s, when Ed went to the State Department of Rehab Services for help getting a job, they called him infeasible. I mean, here's a human vegetable that can't even breathe for himself.
Okay.
Ready?
14 years later, Governor Jerry Brown appointed Special Ed the director of that same state agency.
Ooh, it feels so good. Love it.
No, actually, Ed's just into bondage. These are just sex toys.
But there's hardly any difference between being tied up and being paralyzed. So I'm not...
It's not very equitable.
No, so if you have a partner that likes to be tied up, we're both in trouble.
You need this? No, but if he starts turning blue, an ambulance, they need it.
What we have to do is we have to change the old attitudes that have been there for many years. In order to change the old attitudes, we got to get out in society. We've got to be seen. We got to be the neighbors. We got to be the lovers. We got to be the friends. We got to be seen in a very natural way. Disability is a part of life, and some of us are going to have it. And some of us are going to have it young, and some of us are going to have it older. But whenever it comes, our job, you and I, is to make sure that we know we don't have to put somebody in an institution. We can have high expectations of them in their future. And by helping them begin to take control of their own lives, they can go back to work, or go to work, or dream what they want to dream and make their dreams come true like we all do.
Nowadays, along with folks like Hale Zukas, another co-founder of the independent living movement, Ed runs the World Institute on Disability.
Anything that destroys my balance, destroys my ability, whether it's this, a gun, or whatever. Right now, you should almost begin your sweep.
Tony Johnson encouraged Ed to do
Coming in
karate.
to stick you. Right about here is where you start, because my leg's coming in fast. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's perfect. Don't wait too long. Okay, that's good. Okay, all right, that's good. That's good. Yeah,
People talk about, some of us are very angry. Of course we're angry. We've been through the worst kind of atrocities, attitudes towards us that see us as vegetables, see us as sick and unable, having no future. I mean, that's got to piss you off. And to me, anger is one of the best things we got going in this movement. Because when you're angry, it gives you a tremendous amount of energy.
Seeing special ed in Berkeley in Professor Longmore's class made me come back to Minneapolis wanting to do something to make a difference. Figure anything's gonna start small, but like my dad says, you've gotta try.
This is for Billy Goffis. Billy Goffis is running for Park Board. Billy Goffis is running for Park Board at large. He's disabled. He was in an accident about 7 years ago, and this is Billy Goffis.
Crazy Eddie Fellini called me chicken, told me to put my money where my mouth is and run for Park Board. Seemed like a good idea at the time.
My name is Billy Goffis, and I'm running for Park Board at large. And my mission is to tell you that I'm wonderful without actually saying it. The beauty of our parks and lakes distinguish Minneapolis from any other city in the country. And I'm especially concerned about two groups that always get excluded: elderly and disabled people. I'm a disabled guy. Being disabled is as close as you can get to being invisible. For example, right in this very room, we have delegates who are wheelchair users. If you look around, you might see a couple. And today there was a vote on the rules by people having to stand. Now that's dumb and insensitive. I hate to see disabled people treated that way. We're the largest minority in America. Wake up, it's time.
I'm 49 years old. I'm brain damaged and hemiplegic. I haven't had a job or any income to speak of in nearly a decade, and they don't want me on their park board. My dad's in his 80s and he wants to go fishing.
Dad, what time are we gonna go?
Didn't act like you wanted to go at 5 o'clock.
You said 5 o'clock. You know what time it is right now? That is 4 hours later than you wanted to start. You know, come on.
I would do it if you were serious about going.
If I was serious, Vaismere.
JJ is very, very hard of hearing, but he doesn't think he's disabled. I know they know something about prejudice because he hides his age. Mark Twain says, better to be a young Junebug than an old bird of paradise. I wish Dad could understand that he's one of what he calls those disabled people.
Not bad road.
Not bad. I went to see some disabled people in a nursing home. Went to see some disabled people in a nursing home.
What's keeping them in there?
No.
Their disability.
Their disability? What do you mean?
So what are you going to do for these people? You got to have enough money to take care of them. They don't have it, you don't have it, what do? You'd have to leave them in a nursing home. I wouldn't like it any more than they do.
No.
But if I don't have money to go elsewhere, what am I going to do? What is anybody going to do? If the money isn't there to take them somewhere else,
What would happen to you if, like, 3 years from now you had a stroke or something and something serious happened to you?
what would happen to me?
I mean, I'm asking about...
What would I want?
I'm asking about, it might be necessary to put you in a nursing home.
I don't want to go to a nursing home, and I'm telling you that if it looks like it's terminal, then I would want to jump off the bridge or do something to end it. There's no point in living and suffering.
What makes you think that being disabled is suffering? What makes you think that being disabled is suffering?
Well, for me it would be.
Dad would rather jump off the bridge than be disabled, and my brothers feel the same way. Dad says you could overcome your physical difficulties if you had determination. I would if I were in your place. Now let me get this straight. They'd jump off the bridge, but I need a little determination. They think I'm not okay the way I am. And if I'm still disabled, it must be my own fault. I didn't wear the Lucky Charm or eat my Wheaties or do whatever to make this embarrassing thing go away. Maybe because I'm brain damaged and Dad's getting on in years, neither of us remembered to bring the gas line for the boat. So we couldn't move, just like some people I know. But we had a really special day anyway. I suppose that's the moral if you think the story needs one.
Major funding for this program was provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Additional support was provided by the following funders.